I'm going to pause now in our class for a little bit because we're going to have a post-assessment. On Wednesday, May 7th. None of you have AP exams on that day, so it'll be a good day for an assessment. Hopefully everybody will be here. What a post-assessment is just kind of a wrap-up of what we've learned this year. And I'd like to give you some practice problems to do for Monday. And we'll practice some more problems in class on Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesday we'll go to the computer lab and we'll take this exam. So here's the first practice problem. Number 1, let's say you're given f of x is equal to 3x squared plus x. Oh, let's do plus 1. So 3x squared plus x plus 1. I'd like you to find the limit as h approaches 0 of f of x plus h minus f of x all over h. Hopefully you recognize that as the definition of the derivative, but I'm just going to give you that problem to find for that particular function. The second problem I'd like you to do is if you are given the rational function, let's say 2x minus 3 all over x plus 7, that's f of x. I'd like you to find f inverse of x. You don't have to prove that they're inverses of each other, so I'll just say no proof, which, if you remember, the proof took about 90% of the time, and then actually finding the inverse of that took about 10% of the time to do these problems. But you don't have to do a proof for this post-assessment. Just find the inverse of that rational function. The third problem is I'd like you to figure out whether these are even, odd, or neither. Okay, so we have some functions here. Let's say the first function is f of x is equal to negative 2x cubed minus 3x. The second one will be f of x is equal to 3x to the fourth minus 2x squared. And this is with no calculator. In fact, all of these are with no calculator, even though a calculator really couldn't help you with number 1 or 2. So no calculator on 3. And then the last one, let's say f of x is equal to 4x to the fifth minus 2x plus 1. So there's 3 examples, and you can figure out whether they're even, odd, or neither algebraically. And then I'm going to give you just one more problem, so you'll only have 4 to do over the weekend. Let's say you're given let's say you need $80,000 for graduate school. In 5 years, or in other words, 5 years from now, exactly 5 years from now. Let's say you found an account, or if you found some kind of savings account, if you found an account that pays 6.8% interest, which is pretty high, but let's say you got lucky and found that savings account that pays 6.8% interest, compounded continuously, how much do you need right now in order to reach the $80,000 that you'll need in 5 years? All right, and that's all you're given. You're not given the formula or anything for interest compounded quarter or interest compounded continuously. And so that's it for this weekend, and hopefully that's not a whole lot of work or too much work for you to do. But just like I said, we're going to be taking one of these tests on Wednesday, and I just want you to be prepared for this. So this is kind of old material that you can look up in your notebooks. Have a great weekend. See you Monday.